YouTube, what is going on? My name is Sweat and welcome back to another Apex Legends video. Today's another banger. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. How to dodge more bullets and strafe more effectively in Apex Legends. This is gonna be a really good video, really helpful video. A lot of useful tips in this video, okay? This is chock full of good information, and if you're new to the channel, you might as well subscribe. We're super close to 75k. I think we're gonna hit it this week at some point if we're lucky. If you guys smash that subscribe button right now and drop a like on the video, share with your friends, you already know the deal. But without further ado, guys, let's hop into the tips. All right, guys, so the first tip today is going to be just basic strafing maneuvers. So first of all, we have the short strafe, which is like that, and then we have the long strafe, which is longer movements back and forth. Okay, and there's different situations where you're going to want to use these different strafing maneuvers. Up close, you are going to want to use the short one. Okay, so back and forth really quick. And the reason that you want to use this up close, the short one, is because your movements are magnified up close, okay? When you're farther away, for example, okay, you're going to want to use the longer one, like this, back and forth. And the reason that you want to do that is because if you're using the short strafe from far distances, let's say this guy is short strafing back and forth, all I really have to do to hit this guy is move my left stick back and forth very slightly, and I'm strafing with him. I'm keeping up, and my shots are going to be hitting him. Okay, I'm hitting almost all my bullets, but let's say the enemy was right here and he's strafing long back and forth. My aim is going to have to go all the way over here and then all the way back. Okay, so it's definitely going to spread out the bullets more, and you're going to make the enemy miss way more bullets if you're strafing long from farther distances. Now, there obviously is some times where you don't need to strafe, like if you have a Kraber, if you have a sniper, you definitely want to steady the scope. But for most instances, this is what you want to do. Long strafing from far away and then short strafing from up close. Okay? See how much more concentrated my bullets will be if I do a short strafe, or if the enemy is doing a short strafe, than if they're doing a long strafe. I'm going to have to go like something like that. Okay? So, short strafe up close and long strafe from distance. Now, the next aspect of strafing, okay, that you want to throw in, that I pledge allegiance to, the crouch spam. Throw the crouch spam on. Okay, if you have a scuff controller, head over to your settings right now and go to your controller settings. Go to your crouch button, okay, and put this on hold if you have a scuff controller. Now, I've heard if you do not have a scuff controller, you can go to button layout. You can use button puncher is one that a lot of people use, or ninja. So don't quote me on that, but I believe that you can change your controls where it's easier to crouch spam, and I know that's a possibility. You just got to find the right settings that fit your like hand styles or whatever, so your hands aren't cramping up and stuff. Anyways, throw that crouch spam in, okay, but not too fast, because if you throw that crouch spam in like this, they're basically just gonna have to aim down, and they're gonna be hitting your head most of the time. But you want to throw in a crouch spam every now and then to throw off their aim, because if an enemy is strafing right in front of me, let's say this guy is strafing, but he's not crouch spamming at all I need to do with my aim is go like this, back and forth, and I'm still going to be hitting mostly headshots if I can keep up with his strafing. But if he's going to throw in a crouch spam, that's an extra level of difficulty. Like, you're making it that much more difficult for the person shooting you, and this is what my aim would have to be like. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, because he's going to be going down and down and down, up, up, down and up and up. You know, you got to make it unpredictable, and that's going to be the next thing. Make your movements unpredictable. Tip number 3, do whatever you think the enemy, you gotta always be one step ahead of the enemy. Okay, do whatever you think that the enemy wouldn't expect. Okay, I know that was a mouthful, but do whatever you wouldn't expect. Okay, we'll make that more simple. Do whatever you wouldn't expect. So throw in a slide, take some shots, crouch spam, throw in a slide, take some shots, blah, blah, blah. Stuff like that. I'm not going to know exactly what the enemy's thinking, because this is a target dummy. You can't tell what the enemy's thinking here. But just throwing your enemy off in any way, shape, or form is going to help you out. And being unpredictable is going to do just that. Okay, sliding back over here, taking some shots. The enemy is going to be so flustered, so bamboozled, they're not going to know what to do. So try to always throw off your enemy with unpredictable movements. The next tip I have for you guys is slide jumping around corners to throw off enemies' aim even more, okay? Let's say, even if this guy knows you're coming but doesn't have a line of sight, okay? We're going to put ourselves in this guy's shoes right here. He knows you're coming around this corner. Let's pretend that this... Okay, I'll just move up. I'll just move up. Ready? Okay. Okay, so we're at this wall right here. I know an enemy, let's say, for example, I know an enemy is on the other side of this wall, but I can't see him coming. Okay? If he just walks around this wall and peeks it a little bit, like so, my aim is already on him. Okay? I'm going to get some easy lasers on him. Don't have to do anything. I just have to aim my joystick right here, take the shots, and I'm hitting him. But if you want to throw your enemy off with some unpredictable movement, okay, you could slide around the corner, take some shots at that angle, and then his accuracy or his aim is going to have to go instead of just sitting like this, it's going to go all the way over here, and then you strafe back, crouch spam, it goes down. There's so many things you can do with this. Okay, so coming around a corner once again, what you want to do, we'll do it on the dummy this time so you can actually get some damage numbers. But say we pop around the corner really fast, he has no idea we're coming. Then we strafe back, take some shots again, crouch spam. Guys, unpredictable movements are gonna win you games and win you gunfights, and that's exactly what this is. Coming around a corner hot, slide jumping, taking the shots, crouching. You got to do what you got to do, and that is going to win you a lot of gunfights, and enemies are not going to be expecting it. Let's just punch this guy back and take his spot. An enemy comes around this corner. I cannot see him. He slides around. My aim is going to have to go from here all the way to here. Back over here. Let's say I'm crouch spamming. His aim goes down. Or I'm jumping. His aim goes up. Like, throwing enemies off is going to be huge for you guys in winning these gunfights. And that is going to be tip number 4. Sliding around corners, catching your enemies off guard. Going to be a huge help. All right, the next tip I have for you guys is aiming the opposite direction of your strafe exactly when you change directions. I know that's a mouthful again. But when you're moving left, when you're strafing left, your right stick... Like, let's say I'm moving left. Your right stick should be moving right. It should be opposite. Okay, and I don't have a freaking hand cam, and I know a lot of you guys are like, why don't you ever show your controller? Show your controller. I have a freaking Logitech C920 camera, and by the way, all you guys saying I have a freaking Cronus, whatever the frick it is, look at my controller. This is the controller I use every day. There's nothing on it. Just calm your jets, okay? Using a regular controller. But anyways, when you're moving left, your right stick is going to want to go right. And then when you're moving right, your right stick is going to want to be moving left. So you're always doing the opposite. And that's how you're going to track your enemies while you're strafing. Okay? Doesn't matter if you're doing it from long range or short range. Obviously, up close, you're going to have to be moving your sticks one way or another more than if you're far away. Okay? So if I'm up close... Maybe I have to pull my left stick more than if I'm far away, and that's exactly how it's going to go. So, back and forth right there, and then we back up. We're barely going to have to move our stick back and forth when we're farther away to compensate, because we're at a farther distance. Okay, so keep that in mind. You're always going to be wanting to move the opposite direction that you're strafing to keep your accuracy on the enemy at all times. All right, and the 6th tip today is going to be switching weapons. And this is a really underrated tip. And I see so many people not doing it, and I do it sometimes. But if you have 2 automatic weapons, or if you have a weapon that can at least hip fire or maybe get the kill if you switch to it real quick, like probably not a longbow with a 12-time scope. That probably wouldn't work up close, or a 10-time scope. There's not even a 12-time scope. But... if you're carrying 2 automatic weapons, when you slide around or something, and let's say you miss a lot of bullets and you have to reload your weapon, like that, make sure to switch your weapon right away. You know how much faster that's going to be than reloading your weapon, and now you're crouch spamming or doing whatever you can to avoid bullets while he's just taking full shots on you, and you can't do anything about it. So instead, you come around the corner, miss a bunch of shots, switch your weapon right away, and start shooting again. This is going to make this guy panic. He's not going to know what to do, and he has to hit those shots precisely or he's not going to kill you. But if you miss a ton of shots and you have to reload, now you're just crouch spamming out in the open for a good 3 to 5 seconds without doing anything, and he's just getting easy lasers on you. You know what I mean? So make sure to always switch your weapons. I know a lot of people do not do that. Sometimes I don't do that, but if you have double automatic weapons, or if you have a secondary weapon that can at least hip fire, or you can switch to it and shoot close range, make sure to do that, because that's going to absolutely help you in the long run. Now, the 7th and 8th tips are kind of warm-ups to your strafing, okay? Right when you get on, you want to do each of these. So I'm going to head over here real quick. I'm actually going to drop my inventory because we are going to turn on the bots, okay, for the 7th tip. We're turning on the bots for the 7th tip. And what you're going to have to do is go to Pathfinder. And you're going to want to go into this far right bunker in the training arena, training center, or whatever it's called, firing range. And you want to grapple up to this platform. And once you're up on this platform, you want to go against this wall, aim straight down, and then you're going to want to change your character. Make sure you have nothing in your inventory when you do this. And when you pick another character, such as Wraith, you're going to hear a beep or like a ching.
This time will be different.
Okay, hold on. There you go. It didn't work the first time, but I switched to Octane and it worked for some reason. But it's kind of like a ching, like I said, and then it turns the bots on. So what I would recommend, guys. Okay, I'm not going to get too close. Well, I am going to get too close because I'm going to grab an armor. Hold on. Let me grab an armor, and I want to go back here for a second. So once you turn on the bots, guys, and once you grab your armor, what you want to do is just basically strafe back and forth for as long as humanly possible with each shield. Okay, so once you get really good at strafing back and forth and not getting hit by the dummies, then you switch over to purple armor. Then you switch over to blue armor. Then you switch over to white armor, and then you switch over to no armor. And I would honestly track yourself. I would set a timer, see how long you can last with each shield. And this is, I've never heard anybody talk about this way to warm up, but this is going to warm up your movement so much. Absolutely ridiculously. So we're going to head down here. We're going to see how long we can strafe without dying to these dummies. Just do whatever movement's possible. And the dummies aren't the most skilled, so we're going to go over a better tip after this, but just see how long you can last. There's 3 dummies shooting you, so it's not the easiest thing in the world. All right, and we died. Okay, so you would record your time for that, and now we're going to go down again, and we're going to get a purple shield, and we're going to do the exact same thing, and so forth. I'm going to show you the purple, and then I'm going to move on, because we're not going to just sit here all day. We're all straight back and forth against a bunch of dummies, but you get the point. So we're over here. Back and forth, back and forth. We're lasting quite a long time against these guys. Their aim is not the best. All right, they got me. Okay, so after that's done with, if you want to use Octane or if you want to use Bloodhound, then be my guest, because you get that extra movement speed. With the stim with Octane, you get the movement speed, and Bloodhound with the ultimate ability, you get that movement speed. So if you want to move faster in regular lobbies or in live lobbies, public matches, or ranked, then I would use either Octane or Bloodhound, because you're going to be moving faster. Also, Bangalore, I forgot to add, Bangalore gets a speed boost when getting shot at, so just do a demonstration, because I did forget about Bangalore. I am sorry. You also get a speed boost with Bangalore, so when I get shot here, yep, I get a speed boost. Back and forth, back and forth. And Bangalore is actually very good for strafing. I would argue that Bangalore is one of the best legends for strafing, along with Octane and Bloodhound. You can see what we're doing here. Just unpredictable movements, trying to survive as long as we can. And they're right here. They're not hitting me. I mean, they're hitting me, but nothing crazy. And that is going to be a fantastic warm-up for your movement, guys. And the last and final tip, you are going to need a partner, but we're going to demonstrate it right now, because Dill is going to be ever so kind to hop into my lobby, and I will explain what to do now. All right, everybody, so the last tip is going to be to grab a partner. Okay, I have Dill here like I explained earlier, and what you're going to want to do is basically the same thing you did with the dummies. You're just going to want to try to avoid his bullets for as long as humanly possible, and it's going to be even better if you do have this partner, because this is more realistic than the dummies. The dummies shots are not that great, so when you have a live person to shoot at you, it's going to make you that much better and have you that much more warmed up when you hop into those public and ranked matches. So let's obviously just explain what we're doing here. I'll just provide an example. He'll take some shots at me, and we'll see how long we can survive. All right, I survived 3 clips. 3 clips, and then you keep going. So you try to improve every time, guys. Oh yeah, this is the 4. This is the 4. This is 4. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 4. We'll take it. 5. Oh, 5. Let's go. Oh, he's kicking me in the face. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today's video on how to dodge more bullets and strafe effectively. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to drop a thumbs up as always. And if you learned something new, send it to a friend, subscribe. Let's get it. You already know the deal. Have a good rest of your day, and peace out.